Also, I don't know if you're familiar with the little kid, Lil Nas X, that song Old Town Road. Did you hear about the controversy with that?
What happened with it?
And so Billboard announced that they were taking him off the country chart because they don't feel like it was country enough.
Country enough.
Yeah. Now let's dissect this for a second because let's.
Then they got something. Don't Country Music Awards got something going on with Beyonce too?
They did that with Beyonce.
It's country enough. He just ain't country enough. AKA white enough.
He ain't white at all. Bro.
I just said it's not. He's not country enough. AKA white enough.
Bro. There's no way you can say that that's not a country song.
Yeah.
I find it funny that when they do just a little bit of something, they'll consider it a hip hop song. Like Post Malone, for example, which just he barely even touches like actually rapping anymore.
What was the other guy? The guy from Seattle.
Macklemore.
Macklemore, yeah.
But at least Macklemore actually spit bars. What is Post Malone actually doing? When you really think about Post Malone kind of music he's putting out right now.
The Wild record is the Wild record is a good record.
But my point is that
the Rockstar record was.
My point is they're throwing it in the hip hop category. That's all I'm trying to say. They're throwing it in the hip hop category with them barely even rapping. This kid definitely sounds like he's making a country. This is a country record.
Yeah.
And you're like, nah.
Country swag, country twang when he talking.
Yeah, and you're like, nah. And you're right. They did do that with Beyonce. So I find that funny that they don't mind integrating into our culture, but when we integrate into theirs, it's a immediate shut. Because it sounds like this kid, Lil Nas X, he was charting. And they ain't want that. They was like, nah. And I'll tell you something. I remember when I was stationed in Indiana, there was a country station inside the building that I worked in. And it was during the time when Taylor Swift was rising.
A station like you were in the military or something.
No, well, radio station. It was during the rise of Taylor Swift. And a lot of seasoned country artists, man, they were not thinking Taylor Swift music was country, but Billboard didn't take her off. They thought that her music was pop music, and they was like, fans they did not believe that because in country music, they don't believe like when you're younger, they believe the older you get, the better you are. You know what I'm saying? So when you're young, you're pretty much doing pop music. That's how their audience, what it was explained to me. Because I was listening to Taylor Swift, I couldn't tell the difference. And they was like, that ain't country. And we know, mind you, now we don't look at Taylor Swift as a country music artist. You know what I mean?
Of course not.
But they still was putting her on the charts. And I'm saying this kid right here, we just heard this song, okay? If I didn't know this kid was black, I would listen to this song. I would thought this was a country dude just using some trap.
Nelly
beats.
and Snoop made a country record.
Who?
Nelly and Snoop.
They did? What song was that?
They did.
What was this?
Nelly had one on his album. I can't remember.
Play that, dog. Look on your YouTube. I don't remember that.
You made me pull this out.
Yeah, I just don't remember Nelly and Snoop Dogg making a country record.
They wasn't together.
Well, okay, so you said Nelly and Snoop made a country record. I'm thinking they made a song together. You got it?
Okay. This actually has Tim McGraw. He did the song with Tim McGraw over and over. This is the Nelly record.
Okay. I do remember. See, I thought you said Nelly and Snoop made a song together. You just saying in general.
Yeah. But Snoop made a country record too.
That was a country record.
Yeah.
I wonder, did that song chart in the country records?
I'm sure they couldn't get over that one because they had Tim McGraw on there. So you can't argue when it's Tim McGraw on there.
Nah. If we bring your own, you can't argue with it.
Yeah.
But this little guy, Lil Nas X, the fact that they took him off is basically because he was white. I mean, he's not white. That's the end of the subject with that. But I like the song. I can't front.
Yeah. And Snoop did a song with Willie Nelson.
You definitely got to say that was a country song, just by the title.
Yeah, he had Willie Nelson on the record.
Jesus, how old is Willie Nelson, bro?
I don't know, but he looks old on this picture.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Let me see. And that was in 1990, probably.
I don't know.
I feel like Willie Nelson has always been old for our generation.
Like Samuel
Morgan
Jackson,
Freeman. No, Morgan Freeman. Not Sam. Morgan
Freeman. He's been old
for
like 40 years.
Morgan Freeman been looking like the same principal from Lean on Me for years.
Lean on Me was 30 years ago.
And Morgan Freeman never looked young. He was never looking young. And I feel the same way about Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson has outlived a lot of people for him to have done the amount of drugs that he's done.
Woo.
He's outlived a lot of people. Him, Ozzy Osbourne,
Somebody said, I actually seen somebody say, J.Hall, he's promoting Baltimore. He was like, crackheads living longer than vegans. Let's argue. Let's debate. Crackheads are living longer than vegans. Let's debate.
Nobody wants to admit that. Nobody wants to admit that. I've seen some people OD, and I'm like, I've seen some other people live, and you're like, yo, how did this person OD? Like, how did Ozzy Osbourne survive through the era where rock stars are dropping like flies off drugs, and yeah, he's still walking around like.
I mean, he's kicking and scratching though, but I mean, he barely getting, he barely.
That's real. He probably has to get bathed.
Yeah, he's still alive.
He probably is suffering.
Yeah,
he probably is. He probably ain't.
He feel it.
Yeah, that's real. That's real.
And you can tell the difference between him and his wife.
Big difference. A big difference. So I guess you got a point because no one wants to live like that.
He look like one of the walkers off Walking Dead.
Yeah, but Willie Nelson seems vital.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think Willie Nelson thing was more like weed, right? Like he's more like a weed smoker. Like that was like his drug of choice, right?
I don't know.
I'm just asking because I know he smoked with Snoop. You know what I mean?
I mean, everybody smokes with Snoop. I don't even smoke, but I would smoke with Snoop. But
listen,
just to say I did it.
Let me tell you something. I know people who smoke weed their whole life that have smoked with Snoop and said they'll never smoke with Snoop again.
Well, I'm going to smoke with him just to say I did
it.
I may not smoke a whole joint. I'm going to take a couple puffs just to say I did it. I hopped in there. I'm out.
Well, what about between him and Wiz? Wiz got his own weed. You would smoke Khalifa Kush?
Yeah, I'll definitely do that. Definitely do that.
Khalifa Kush?
I actually met Wiz too a couple of times. That's a cool guy. So
yeah, that's
real. I definitely can smoke with Wiz.
See, I've never smoked before, but I don't know if I want my first time to be with those two. That's too much of an extreme because if I become I can't do it all the time because if I start out at the top, there's no way to go. There's no way to go.
So I'm
down.
just gonna retire.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna retire off the break.
I'm gonna want more of that.
No, I don't want no more.
I'm gonna want more than that. That's like if you were a virgin and your first sexual experience was Halle Berry in the 90s. Who's going? What's higher at that point? Look at your face. like
Beyonce.
Okay, if your first sexual experience was Beyonce,
I'm going Beyonce, Nia Long, I'm going J.Lo.
That's what I'm saying. Okay,
so places to go now.
Okay, so your chances after that is what?
Slim to none.
That's my point.
But I'm on their radar because I got a good history. So something must be good.
But you don't want to be the corny dude going around saying that you did that though. That's the corny dude.
Hey.
You got to win. A win is a win.
A win is a win. That's a big win.
That's a big win.
I'm walking around with a Super Bowl ring.